Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. On the day that's been recorded, it is Wednesday, August 30th of 2023. It is a little after 5:30 in the afternoon. It's about 68 degrees. It feels really nice out. Ooh. And I'm just going out on my my walk. But you're probably thinking, wait a minute, shouldn't you be at work right now? No, because I have today off. And then I go in tomorrow. And then I have Friday off. And then I work the weekend. But I have to work Monday because of Labor Day. And then I have Tuesday off. And then I work Wednesday and Thursday. And I have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. So I have a 3-day weekend next week. So that's cool. Definitely looking forward for that. Unless, my manager is like, nah, we're gonna flip it. You're going back to what you were originally. To where you have to come in on Friday. You have her across before it becomes solid. Which, thank God I did. So yeah, since I didn't have to go into work today, I was thinking to myself, I probably should at least go on a walk. Just so that way I'm out of the house doing something for a little bit. Oh yeah. I actually have no idea what city ward I currently live in. Now, when I was still living over with my mom over in Hucklebuck up until the summer of 2020, I was in the 5th ward. I have no idea what ward I lived in at my previous house, which is, also the house I used to live in after I moved out of my mom's. I have no idea. And I have no idea what ward I currently live in. Now, in terms of the state legislature, what district I live in, I don't know. I don't give a damn about state politics. What I care more about is I merely care about federal politics, over in Washington, and I don't really care what's going on in Columbus politically, or not as much so here in my hometown politically. If I want to know politics of like something majorly happening, like in our federal government, I want to know what's going on in Washington rather than here or Columbus. Columbus being the state capital of my home state of Ohio. But yeah. But at least I know what district I am for Congress, because it's been the same my entire life so far. It's Ohio's 4th district, currently being represented by Republican Jim Jordan. He's a Republican, originally from Urbana. I mean, I've been to Urbana like once or twice. It's a nice little place. I mean, it's been a while since I've been there, but I've been there at least once. Now, if I was at work right now, I would be at lunch. So yeah. Yeah, I go into work at like almost to 3 o'clock, and I don't go to lunch normally until like around 5:30. Which is why I usually don't eat until I'm at work. That's usually I usually eat like twice a day. Once when I'm at work at lunch. And then the other, I just eat when I get home from work. So yeah, I really only eat twice a day. I mean, sometimes I'm like snacking on stuff throughout the day at work, even though I'm technically not supposed to, but I do it anyways. It's just like how we're technically not supposed to have drinks on our carts, but I do it anyways. But if I am gonna have a drink, I would rather it be like one with a lid, so that way, I won't get yelled at. But, who cares? And most of the time, I'm usually, finishing up my drink that I already have opened. I've had, since I got down into lunch. I just have it on my cart. Now I can, finish it. But, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a nice day out today. And, plus I haven't been out on a walk during the daytime. For a little while, I guess. So, yeah. So it's kind of weird that I have today off. Even though, I just changed my schedule, like, officially. So I'm now 32 hours instead of 40. I'm still considered full-time, but I'm just working one less day. I'm working 4 a week instead of 5, which so far has been pretty good. I think switching down to 4 days instead of staying at 5 has been probably the best thing I've ever done for work. I'm making a little less money, but yeah. Oh God. I forgot how busy downtown is at this hour. Oh yeah, November is coming up. So what's on our ballot for this year? Well, from what I can tell you, nothing federal. We won't get that until next year. So, no president, no House, no Senate. But, as I already said, that's next year. And oh God, that's gonna be a damn bloodbath. No state office. That won't be until, well, I think we won't get our next state legislator election, I think, next year. Yeah, I think next year. It's either next year or 26. Because 26 is when we're getting a new governor. So, it might be 26. I don't know. For a state, it's either next year in 24 or it's in 26. It's one of them. I don't remember which one, but that's what I know. Yeah, I'm just gonna go this way. Nope, I lied. I ain't gonna be waiting on no damn train. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. I ain't gonna be able to go the way I wanted to go. But, yeah. Local, like city and municipal stuff. Well, we have stuff going for this year. We're mainly voting for, I guess the two main things we're technically voting for this year is a new mayor and a new city council. And those terms won't officially start until I think it's January 1st of next year. So this coming January 1st. So I'm gonna have to wait here for a second here. I keep forgetting that that Prospect is a two-way, a temporary two-way. At least the overpass is. I mean, until they fix. Oh wait, no, that's State Street. Yeah, until they finish the Prospect Street overpass, which they're saying it might be done by the next coming winter, so by like 2025 or 6, what they're saying. That's when that will be done. And they'll close off the State Street one. and then make it and they'll make Prospect going back and forth. So yeah, anyways, this year we are voting for a new mayor and a new city council that won't take office officially until January 1st. Well, because city council, that's our legislator, our city legislator. That's supposed to have 9 members, 6 people representing 6 different wards of the city, and 3 at large. Now, I can't tell you off the top of my head what party currently has the majority of the council, because I honestly don't know. Like, I really don't know, because it could be either side, honestly. But there is currently a vacancy in one of the at-large seats. So as of right now, we have 8 city council members instead of 9. But all 9 seats will be filled from this coming election. Now, I don't know what party is going to control it for the next city legislator, but I guess we'll find out. Because I think what they do is that they take, because you're really supposed to vote for city council, you're supposed to vote for council president, which makes no votes, but it's just there just to be there. Then you vote on your ward's representative, okay, and then for like the at-large, I think you're supposed to vote on 2, and then whoever I think the top 3 candidates, or the top 3 people that got the most votes are the members at large. I think that's how it works. But see, here's the thing. I don't know. See, here's the thing. I really want to get into like politics. Like, I want to do politics full time. But, in order to get into it, you gotta like step your foot into it. I mean, yeah, I know, I do vote every year. I mean, I've been voting since 2017. I mean, hell, the election in 2017 was the first time I ever voted. But, it was an off year. So I was really voting for, who was going to be the next mayor of my hometown, who the next city council will be, and all that stuff. But that was also during my senior year of high school, when I was just turned 18, just freshly became an Eagle Scout. I went to Washington DC and Gettysburg that summer. So yeah. Oh, must be 6 o'clock then. Yeah, I guess, because I walked out a little bit before quarter till. But yeah, I really want to have a really good political career. That's what I want. But in order to be in politics, you have to have a position in politics, or do something having to do with politics. Now, if you're going to ask me what branch of government I would rather be in, between the legislative, judicial, and executive branches of government, I would rather be in the legislative branch. Because, what do we know about the three branches? The legislative branch is the ones that make the laws. The executive laws, or the executive branch, are the ones that enforces the law. And the judicial branch is the one that referees and adjusts the laws, and also to make sure whether or not if something is constitutional. But that's mainly what the Supreme Court technically does most of the time, or well, actually all of the time. But I mean, so, but see, here's my thing. If I somehow run for like city council, let's say 10 years from now, and I'm still working at the hospital, I'm sure that if I got elected and I get sworn in, and then they do all the they do all the committee assignments, I wonder how that would be in terms of how would I go from being a housekeeper at the hospital to be a member of city council. Which means I will probably have to have every Monday and Tuesday off in order to compensate. Because it seems like they have a lot of, all of their main city council meetings and committee meetings are always on a Monday. Sometimes they have committee meetings or emergency sessions on Tuesdays. Sometimes. It's not always guaranteed, though. But almost everything happens on either Mondays or Tuesdays. I mean, I would have a lot of power, which would be cool. But, you know, maybe I could be the one to, well, yeah, maybe I can be the one that'll actually make people like the government. My friends of Bill Collins. I didn't realize that's what his advertisement is for. So, yeah. So that's city government. State government. The state government, which would be the, we're saying with the legislator. The state legislator is the Ohio General Assembly, which is broken up into, you guessed it, 2 separate houses. You have the Ohio House of Representatives and the Ohio Senate. So you're probably thinking, okay, so how does that work out? Does each county have at least one representative of each house? No. It's based off of districts. But at the top of my head, and at the best of my knowledge, there are there are 99 members of the Ohio House and at least 33 in the Ohio Senate. So, yeah. And, you know, both houses have districts. It's weird, it's confusing. I may do a video on the Ohio General Assembly just as like a on like how like all the districts are like made, split up, you know, who's in power, or, you know, stuff like that. And then finally, we hit the national level. Now, this is the main part of the government where I want to be at, and it's kind of actually my ultimate goal. Yeah, you guessed it. It is Congress. The first thing ever listed in the Constitution. Let me see here. Now, obviously, Congress is split up into two houses. Very shocker. You have the House of Representatives and the Senate. And as we all know, there are 435 members of the House of Representatives. It is based on a state's population. The more people the state has, the more representatives are sent to Washington. But every state has to have at least one representative. In that case, all of the representatives that represent only their whole entire state in Congress, their district is considered as a at-large district. Some examples would be, let's see here, the entire states of North and South Dakota, Alaska, Delaware, and Vermont. Those are just some examples of at-large districts. Now, as I said before, depending on how many districts that your state has. That's a very nice green color on a car. But anyways, you can only get, if your state has, let's say, I don't know, we'll say Nebraska. If you live in Nebraska, you will have 3 representatives because there are 3 congressional districts in the state of Nebraska. Or if you live out in California, then you have 54 congressional districts, which means you have 54 representatives. Or in my case, if you live here in Ohio, you have 15 congressional districts. So you have 15 representatives in Congress. And then for the Senate, how's representation for that? Well, just like how you were all taught in history class, easy way to figure out how many people are represented in the Senate. An easy way to think of it is take how many states our country has and then double it. So obviously we have 50 states. Yeah, we have 50 states. So we have 100 senators. Each state gets 2 senators. Now, of those senators representing all the different states, the vast majority of all the states, I think all but like 8, so like 42 states, I think, has 2 senators that are from either party. You know, either all of them are Republican or all of them are Democrat. It's just split. I think there's more of them that are technically Republican than Democrat, but there's at least 40 of them that are like that. Now the others are kind of like split. In some states, well, the vast majority of all the other ones, of what party each of their senators are in, the vast majority of the remainders is in a case where you have one senator from each of the main parties. Like, for example, here in Ohio, we have one Republican senator and one Democrat senator. We just got a new Republican senator. What was it? Last year? Yeah. That's when we got J.D. Vance for the Senate. I don't remember where he's from here in Ohio, but he's new to the Senate since, you know, someone has to fill in what was the guy's name? Rob Portman's spot. Because, you know, he was in the Senate for like 20 years and he's like, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm done. Because in like 2019, he announced that he wasn't going to run for another term. So he was going to let his current term run out. And then we have our Democratic senator, who is Sherrod Brown. I mean, sure, I might not like him, like, politically, since, you know, he's on the other side of the aisle. But, you know, I respect him. And I think that's all that matters. So yeah, there are two states, or no, there are three that is a little bit different, where you either have, you still have two senators, obviously, but you have one from either the Republican or Democrat party paired together with a senator that is a independent. God damn it. Man, I went this way just to avoid a train, and now I'm getting stuck by a train. God damn. Alright. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to climb the political ladder. Okay, how long is this train? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it's gonna be at least 5 minutes. So, yeah. Now, I don't know if I want to start out by being in city council for a little while, like maybe like 10 years. So that's they're like what, like it's either 2-year terms or a 4-year term. I think it's a 4-year term. Being the city council. Yeah, it would have to be a 4-year term. So what I could do is that I could be in the city council for like 3 4-year terms. So I'll be in the city council for 12 years. Then I can be like, I'm gonna run for the state legislature, which is 2-year terms, if I recall correctly. And I can serve like 6 2-year terms. and then stay in the house for at least bare minimum of about the same amount of time too, because that's 2-year terms as well. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, I'm gonna wait for this train to get done, and then I'm gonna play some Pokemon Go. So thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.